It's a brisk night in the Midwest, but we've got football at Paycor Stadium in the Queen City of Cincinnati, Ohio. Tonight, it's the final morsel in our Thanksgiving feast, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Time to set the old turducken aside and get ready for football, as here we go on a Thanksgiving night. And that one. The back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. One, ready? Here's Burrow to throw right away. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. You look at this Browns defense. This unit, they've struggled a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
What they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against some people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's the conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 42-yard line.
Gun. Stop.
Now it's Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that will bring up 2nd down. The Bengals hit 3-7 now in the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so try to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here. Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. They run for it with Mixon, and he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. Denied on 4th down is Joe Mixon. And this defense holds on the night's opening drive. Well, trying to be bold on the opening drive of the game, but that effort, it proves futile.
How many times have we talked with coaches where they've talked about taking the emotion out of their decision-making? I think that opening drive, if he didn't have it in his head to go for it before, I think that keyed into it. They were doing so well, and he decided to really establish something there. They didn't get it. Now they've got to make sure that they don't lose their focus. The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down. You talk about this Bengals defense. They enter play ranked 8th against the run in the NFL.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you've got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
Throwing on third down, Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. Oh, he sheds himself free. A big play that time for Cleveland. 41 yards.
A 41-yard gain. First down, Browns.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Matlock. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might well go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Deshaun Watson, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Browns put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that makes the score 7-0. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this. Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 37. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Mixon with a first down carry. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it's second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go.
From the 25, here's a 2nd and 9. Play action. It's Burrow. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and now it's 3rd and 3.
Here we go.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
All right, rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Point after here coming up. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Next to score, Browns 14, Bengals nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early? Right on the heels of the pick 6, another ball intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Now for the point after. And it is now 21-0.
Next to score, Browns 21, Bengals nothing.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. From the 33, here's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up
Burrow will throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And Chase going to pick up a Bengals first down as he'll get this up to the 39.
And the Bengals first down.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now Burrow going to change things up. They go play action here on 1st down. this is incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Now a 2nd and 10.
12.
Burrow looking to pass. Throw right side, pulled in by Higgins. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
11.
Burrow now off the bootleg. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands.
Here we go.
The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
First down.
On first down, Matlock. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku.
Missed.
He will not go down. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns continue to pull away here in this first half. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Browns 28, Bengals nothing.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And last time they were stopped on 4th down, had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around.
I'm eager to see what their mindset is, because moving the ball, feeling good, and then that abrupt stop on 4th down, do they go back to the bench and go, oh, boy, they've got something for us? Or do they go to the bench and say, we blew it ourselves. Let's get back out there and move the ball again.
And is it different when you get stopped on 4th versus punt? Is that more motivation for the defense, a little more confidence?
I think as a defense, you're so excited with a 4th down stop. Making them punt, that's your goal anyway. But a 4th down stop, that's almost a sign of disrespect that they went for it in the first place. And when you get that, you feel great about yourselves.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
From the 43, here's 2nd and a couple. They go play action with Burrow. Forced out to his left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
11.
3rd and 2, now Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So 4th down coming. We still haven't seen a punt yet. At least here, they're in a reasonable spot to go for.
This I can understand. Some of the others, not so much.
And it appears the offense is going to try this again. They've yet to convert the first 3 times on 4th down, but they're going once more. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And this Browns defense stands tall. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Escapes the defender. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
First down, Browns.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. They'll run on first down. Matlock. And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Now Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Now a pause for an injury, and that's the quarterback, Deshaun Watson, who's shaken up a bit. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. They'll come up now, 3rd and 3.
Drill green. Fury yellow.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Browns first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Cleveland.
On first down, Matlock. DJ Reader there on the tackle.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd and 6. Throwing, Thompson Robinson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Up the middle they go. Matlock. And he is going to have a Browns first down, at least at first glance, as they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory. On second down now, Matlock.
50 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
And he's going to have a Browns first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Room here to run. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
They'll try the air now with Watson. A throw taken in by Tylan Wallace. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now a 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. Matlock. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
On 3rd down, Matlock. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
On one, right?
The Bengals drive about to get going. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A Bengal first down on a 16-yard pickup there.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
12.
Here's Burrow. Here's Higgins out on the right side. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. On 2nd down, here's Burrow. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one. Hence the decline.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow, and he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs. They'll run on 1st down. Matlock. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 81 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll keep it on the ground. Matlock. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Trey Hendrickson able to record his 5th sack of the season. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. So tack on 3 more, though this, it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great, too.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And they do get him out of bounds finally, but the damage is done. A big hitter on one.
On 1, ready?
Inside handoff to Mixon. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Mixon. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee. And that means 4th down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick. He's been decisive. And he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. McPherson's kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, the it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7. Watson now to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out right at the 35. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. Well, this one probably not the close game you would expect or hope to see in prime time, CD. But, of course, that wasn't their intent in preparing for this one. They said they felt like their offense was ready to put up some points. And, my goodness, it has been a dominant display in front of a national audience.
Yeah, they thought it, and it certainly came to fruition, didn't it? They've been dominant in so many ways in this one. If you weren't paying attention to this group before, you certainly are now after seeing this type of victory from them.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but, Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
That is caught, and he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 98 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. On 2nd down, Matlock. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described. Manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
2nd and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Matlock. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. On 3rd down, Matlock. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Brandon, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
And they'll indeed take a knee. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for Cleveland, the win is a good one for morale, but little else as they move to 3-8. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.